there. Today I'm going to show you how to use Loom as an educator. Click on Get Loom for free in the right-hand corner. Click on Sign up with Google. Select your hawaii.edu email address. If you haven't logged into Google yet, go ahead and do so now. You're going to see your dashboard in Loom. This should be blank if you haven't used Loom before. Click on New Video on the right-hand side. Click on Record a Video, which allows you to record directly in Loom. Very easy. You're going to select either screen and camera or screen only. If you wanted to just record yourself, camera only. However, you'll usually use Loom for screencasts. So if you just want to show your screen and if you want to show yourself, I highly recommend it. It humanizes an online course. Select either of these. Click on Start Recording. And now you're going to choose what part of your screen is going to be recorded. So you can choose the entire screen. Be aware that students may see your desktop, your files, any identifying information. So if you want to be a little more private, select window and make sure that you have a separate tab or window for your work that you're trying to share. I'm going to select this one, click on share. Now I have a little countdown. Loom is recording me now. My screen is being shown. You can see me in the bottom left corner. You can also finish the recording. It's right next to where your face is. You can pause the recording if you want to come back. You can see how long the recording is going on, and you can also delete it. I'm going to finish the recording now, and the video is saving in a separate tab. Here we have settings to edit it. So we're going to change the title. We have some emoji reactions down here, which is what students can do. Comments. You can add a summary. You can add chapters. If it's a longer video, you want students to jump to certain parts. You can also see how many people have viewed this video. You have some settings also over here. Add a link if you want students to go to a specific video or document. Doesn't have to be in Loom. Paste that in. Change the button text. Change where the button is, the color, text color, the way the button looks on the edges. You can also choose to only show this at the end of the video. Make sure that students are aware that this is a button, so point to it or mention it in your Loom video. Click on Save to save those changes. There's also a video editor within Loom, which is really great. So you can either split and trim or you can stitch videos, meaning that if there's unwanted pauses, there's errors in your video, you want to delete that, you can take it out of your video. You can also stitch videos together, but it has to be within Loom. So say you recorded another video and it goes with this one, you want to make it into one big one, Loom does that for you. They also create a transcript for you, so you can turn on captions. And you can add a custom thumbnail if you're interested in that as well. So looking at what students can see, when they look at this video, they're able to step back 5 seconds, step forward 5 seconds, change how loud the audio is. They can see how long the video is, how far along they are in it. They can change the playback speed, a little slower, very, very fast. It changes the duration of the video, obviously. Quality settings and how big the video is on their screen. If you want to share this video, you're going to click on share in the top right corner-ish. This gives you an option to share directly with email addresses or other Loom accounts. Make sure this is at anyone with the link can view. This is the default setting. Select this if you want the video to start at the beginning, not at the point it's paused at currently. And then you would go ahead and copy that link. You can also share it on social media, or you can embed it into your LMS. That is how you use Loom. I mentioned earlier that I was using a free educator Loom account, which allows me access to several premium features at no cost. I'm going to show you how to do that. Make sure you're at loom.com/education. You don't need to be signed in. So just going to show you what features you have access to. Unlimited videos. You can record as many as you want on Loom, up to 45 minutes per video. You are the one creator on this account. Unlimited viewers, which is great. You have a lot of students. 3 different types of libraries, folders to organize, search, to find videos if you recorded many. HD quality, perfect. We want screen and camera recording, perfect. We got a drawing tool and mouse emphasis, great for educators if you want to highlight certain parts of your screen. You can choose which parts are recorded. System audio, calls to action, emoji reactions, how many people viewed your video, and password protect videos for a little bit of privacy. Now, how do we get all of that? We're gonna make sure we have a free account. Click on Get Started. If you've already signed in with your Hawaii.edu email previously, you already have a free Loom account, it's just gonna direct you to that dashboard. If not, then make sure you go through those steps to set up your Loom account. Go ahead and click on Get Verified if you know that you already have a free account under your Hawaii.edu email address. It's gonna direct you to a Google form. Just read this briefly. Pretty sure you qualify for these three things, so click on Yes, Next. Make sure that your free Loom account under your Hawaii.edu email address is in place, then complete this form. Just reminding you of that. Click on Yes, Next. Go ahead and put your Hawaii.edu email address here. University of Hawaii at Manoa. Here you could put the College of Social Sciences website or the entire UH Manoa website, up to you. And keep in mind that you only have one creator on an education account, which is you. You do not have a paid account. Don't worry about this. Go ahead and click on submit and wait a few days, see if Loom emails you and lets you know that you now have access to those educator features. Now we're going to take a look at Perusall, which is a social annotation tool for videos, documents, and many other multimedia formats. Click on Get Started to register. Click on Login if you've done so already. Make sure you use your hawaii.edu email address. On your instructor dashboard, you'll see Create Course on the left-hand side. Once we get access to D2L Brightspace, you'll be able to embed a Perusall course into your LMS lesson page. The reason why you want to do this, it's easier for students to log in. They only need to log into the LMS and not Perusall. For you, the gradebook is directly connected, so assignments are graded for you. We're going to just select direct access to Perusall for now. Make sure that the name of the Perusall course is the same as the name of the course you're teaching. Look for institution UH Manoa, and the start date should be the beginning of the semester in which you're teaching. Click on OK to create that course, and now you're at a welcome page. Click on Continue in the bottom right. Click on Start with Empty Course. I will upload my own course materials. Just a reminder that you're going to use the library. We don't have access to that right now. Once we get through these steps, we will. You want to use uploading your own course materials to Perusall for textbook no-cost courses, because you have PDFs that you want to use, videos. It's free resources for students, but Perusall allows you to see annotations on the materials. Click on Continue in the bottom right. Provide some information about your course, so make sure the department matches where you're teaching. Start date is the beginning of the semester, end date is the end of the semester. Verify that's correct. Scoring and analytics, leave that alone. For enrollment estimate and target group size, customize that according to how many students will be in your course and how big you want the groups to be. Click on Continue in the bottom right, and now you're set up. So you have a unique course code you can give students. If they're signing in directly to Perusall, they can use it as a passcode to get into your course. You also have a unique course URL. You can also send out email invitations or upload a roster from a spreadsheet so that all your students are automatically added to this Perusall course. Looking at the settings on the left-hand side, we have general settings. You can edit anything you just included about the course. As for student access, these are the sharing links. Instructors, add them direct. Teaching assistants, add them as well. Change how Perusall groups your students. Change how the assignments are scored. You can always delete the course if you need to. The gradebook will set up once you have at least 15 students participating. You have a student view option, meaning a test student will be created. We're going to do that in just a moment. Notifications when new things happen here, notes for yourself, group chat, one-on-one chat, and hashtags. We'll cover that later. Going back to course home, you're going to click on library. Add content. There's many different modalities here. We're going to go with video from YouTube, Vimeo, Dropbox, Google Drive, or an MP4 link. Make sure if it's uploaded to social media, it's public. Click on OK. We're going to wait for that to upload. I waited for the title of this video to show up because it's easier to search for. Imagine that I had a lot of resources. Makes it easier to search for a specific item. Now I'm going to attach it to an assignment. So I'm going to click on Assignments next to Library. Click on Add Assignment. Content to assign. This one. Click on Next Step. Make sure the submission deadline is here. Assignment name is going to be the title of your assignment. And of course, instructions for students. Make sure you include specific criteria on what constitutes a meaningful comment for students. and click on OK. So the assignment has been created. We want to see what this looks like as a student. Click on Student View, click on OK. Now I'm in Perusall as a student. If you want to go back to instructor view, click on Return to your account in the bottom left. I'm going to click on Assignments. I can see there's an assignment available. Click on Work on Assignment. I'm going to end this tour. I'll go over it really quick. So student will watch this video. At a certain point during the video, they'll want to make a comment. Click on Add Comment in the top right. Click on Submit, and now the student has commented, "This makes sense because ... If I'm another student watching the video now and I notice this comment from another person, I could comment on their comment and it would create a asynchronous conversation or thread. Right now, I'm just acting as several different students just to show you what it looks like on the timeline. Now I'm going to return to instructor view and look at my assignments. I have 4 unread conversations. Let's click on that and see who has been commenting. So my students have been commenting, and now I can see these little yellow circles on the timeline, meaning that there is a comment there. I highly recommend that you comment on the video as well, maybe before everyone gets to the discussion and during, so that you can facilitate that conversation. Maybe you can create checkpoints where they can answer certain questions, check their understanding, or you can put your own comments, your own insights, and definitely go back and follow up with different students on their comment threads. Last thing to cover is hashtags. So you can see here, connection, definition, important, key point. You can also create your own or delete these. Maybe something like definition, for example, in a biology course. You might want to use that consistently throughout the course so that students can touch back on different definitions. Connection's also really good. Or if there's a specific phrase you're using throughout your course that you want students to remember, you can have them put hashtags on relevant comments, and they can always go back and see the footprints, you could say. But the point of a hashtag in Perusall is just to connect different resources and different assignments so that students always connect back to what they've been learning. And of course, those memory stores are reinforced. In a nutshell, that's how to use Perusall. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Flip, which is a really good annotation tool for asynchronous courses. I already recorded extensive videos on this. You can go ahead and check them out on the DLI YouTube channel. As a reminder, a group represents a course and a topic represents a discussion thread or an assignment. Just showing you a filled out one, this is the assignment title. You would put the description, you can see analytics here. You can record a response yourself. I highly recommend doing that to interact with your students. And you can see everyone's responses here. The great thing about using Flip for asynchronous discussions is that it humanizes an online course. So you get to see everyone's faces. If you have a few shy students, they can use audio or text. And of course, there's comments that can be made on each person's video by you or by other students. It helps to add a little more pep to an online course because normally you wouldn't be able to see other people's faces, maybe just a static avatar image. When they're posting to a text-based discussion thread, it's not as engaging. Allows students to engage with the material more. H5P is another useful tool for social annotation. Here's why. Make sure you're starting with h5p.org, which is the free version of this tool. Click on Create Free Account. I'm going to log in because I've already logged in before. And we're going to click on Try out H5P on our profile. Out of these assignment types, we're going to go with Cornell Notes. It's the closest thing we've got to social annotation here. Just to show you a content demo, already set up one, and then we're going to create one. Here's a video on how to use Cornell Notes. So this is the resource you would have students look at. The way Cornell Notes works is students take notes on the resource you've given them. They go on to the left-hand column, which is Q, meaning they put their comments, their questions, main ideas. They basically pull out the big ideas from the notes that they've created on the right-hand side. Once they're done with that, as a third reinforcer, they're going to create a summary of what they learned. Now going back, let's click on use so we can create a Cornell Notes assignment. We're going to put a title here. Any instructions that might be important, you can add that here. Exercise content, you can choose between text or video. Text is a little bit janky, it just gives you a text box. You'd have to copy and paste something there. For video, let me show you what that looks like. You can change the name of the video. And you can either upload a video file of your own or you can paste an external link. I'm going to go ahead and click on insert. And click on save. Keep in mind that the H5P assignments you create are public under this free account. And now I can see the video that I've uploaded and the notes section. This is an example of how it would be filled out. And what's great about H5P is that you can embed these assignments into an LMS or other areas. It gives you an embed code. However, keep in mind that the free version is not always able to support live content. So every now and then they'll take down assignments that are created under the free account because it's not what it's for. So I don't recommend using h5p.org for live content. We're going to see, as the Digital Learning Initiatives team, we're going to see if we can get access to a paid license, depending on interest in this tool. The last stop on our EdTech tour today is Edpuzzle, which allows you to create interactive videos. Let's go ahead and sign up. I'm a teacher. Sign in with Google. Select your hawaii.edu account. Click on continue. And go ahead and fill out a password. I agree to terms of service, create new account. Search for UH Manoa. Continue. Higher education. What is the subject that you're teaching? If you can find it here, go ahead and select it. And start teaching. Now that you've logged into Edpuzzle, go ahead and click on My Content in the left-hand menu. Click on Add Content in the top right and upload video. Choose a file from your computer or one from Google Drive. Wait for that to load. This is going to take a little while to load. Okay, the video is now ready to be edited. Go ahead and click on it. Click on Edit in the top menu. You have a small video editor here, so you can remove parts of the video that you don't need. You can also override the video's audio with a voiceover of your own. And you can add questions. This is the part where social annotation comes in. So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to find points to put different questions at. Aloha, everyone. Today I will show you how to determine whether or not your PDF documents are accessible. First, open a PDF document in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. There are 3 traits of accessible PDF documents. They can be read by a screen reader, they are searchable, and they are clickable and highlightable. What are the 3 features of an accessible PDF document? What are the 3 features of an accessible PDF document? This is an open-ended question, meaning that Students can respond with audio because I toggled this on. If not, they would type out a small essay response. This is an inaccessible PDF document. When I try to click on any line, I can only select the entire page. This cannot be read by a screen reader, and when I search for an item using Command F on the keyboard for Mac users, Control F on the keyboard for PC users, I am unable to find the word or phrase that I'm looking for. This is a multiple choice question. You can also record an audio version of it. I'm going to leave this just as text. Make sure you select which one is correct. It's also multiple select, so you can choose several options that are correct here. You can also add more answer choices. For scanned documents and screenshots, it is highly recommended to run an OCR conversion in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC in order to turn the document into an accessible one. You can also put a note at a specific point in your video. That is how you determine whether or not your PDF documents are accessible. Thank you for listening. So I think this is done. I'm going to click on finish in the top right corner. And now you can see the video has points where I've added certain types of questions or notes. As a student, I also have the option to replay it, change the playback speed, add on captions, change the volume, and make it full screen. I'm going to show what it looks like when a student is watching this video. Aloha, everyone. Today, I will show you how to determine whether or not your PDF documents are accessible. First, open a PDF document in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. There are 3 traits of accessible PDF documents. They can be read by a screen reader, they are searchable, and they are clickable and highlightable. You notice how Edpuzzle automatically pauses the video so that you can input your answer and then continue. This is an inaccessible PDF document. When I try to click on any line, I can only select the entire page. This cannot be read by a screen reader, and when I search for an item using Command F on the keyboard for Mac users, Control F on the keyboard for PC users, I am unable to find the word or phrase that I'm looking for. For scanned documents and screenshots, it is highly recommended to run an OCR conversion in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC in order to turn the document into an accessible one. The note automatically pops up. I'll click on continue to acknowledge. That is how you determine whether or not your PDF documents are accessible. Thank you for listening. And then I have the option to rewatch the video. In a nutshell, that's how to use Edpuzzle to facilitate social annotation. You can also assign this to a class, so let's go over that real quick. Make sure you've created an Edpuzzle class ahead of time. You can create one directly in Edpuzzle, or you can link it to an LMS. Make sure that your students are assigned to this new assignment. Click on next. You can change when the start date is as well as the due date. And I would recommend toggling on the accessibility features. click on Assign in the top right, and it should be ready to be completed by your students. You can download grades, reset student progress, delete the assignment if you needed to. There's a preview option here. You can go back and edit that assigned video. And you can also share this assignment directly. So you would copy this link to give students direct access to this assignment. You can also embed it on your LMS lesson page.